Cameroon is at a crossroads. Issa Tchiroma Bakari, once a spokesman of the very regime he now denounces, has just declared himself the lawful and legitimate president of the republic. Yes, welcome to yet another episode. A few hours ago, Issa Tchiroma Bakari published a speech on his Facebook page in which he addressed the nation both in English and in French. His speech, delivered with defiance and emotion, is nothing short of historic, but it is also very dangerous, bold, and symbolic. So now, let's break it down. What he said, what it means, and what could come next for Cameroon. Right, let's begin with a big declaration. Yes, in this speech, Issa Tchiroma did not waste time. From the very start, he addressed the nation from the north, the south, the east, the west, and even the diaspora, saying that after verifying reports from all the polling stations, he had won by more than 50% of the votes. This is not just a claim, right? This is a challenge directly aimed at President Paul Biya and the entire machinery that has ruled this country for the past 4 decades. Yes, he directly challenges them. But then he added something very striking. He called on Biya to do what very few African leaders have ever done. He calls on Biya to pick up the phone and congratulate the winner, to recognize the winner, and also to do a peaceful transition. In his words, such an act will make Biya a man of peace who cared about his legacy. But as Tchiroma puts it, he knows that this does not appear to be Mr. Biya's inclination. If you know him, you should know that. Then comes that legal punchline where he references Article 113 of the Cameroon Electoral Code. He uses it to his favor. Tchiroma cites it directly, saying this law allows him and his team to publish their own results. And because of that, he declares himself both the lawful and the legitimate president based on the numbers they have. That is a major escalation. He's using the very framework of the system, the law, to challenge the system itself. So this guy knows what he is doing. It is a move that is both legalistic on the surface, but it is very, very revolutionary in its implications. He goes further to warn the Constitutional Council, right? And in this, when he says this, the tone shifts from diplomacy to defiance, right? Tchiroma warns the Constitutional Council that if they proclaim falsified or tampered results, they will be complicit in a crime. And he does not stop there. He says the people will not accept this. They will resist because, as he puts it, a people with their backs against the wall will seize their destiny. It's the only choice that the people have. This is no longer a speech about votes. It is a speech about power, yeah? And who truly owns this power? Who has the power now? Then he calls out to the world, of course he always do. He said the international community and the neighboring countries have all been watching. And he quotes, "No one will do this work for us, not even the AU, not even France, our colonial exploits." In other words, he does not expect any other country to come and save Cameroon. Then he calls on the Cameroonians and says, this is going to be a call for self-liberation, a rejection of dependency, a statement of sovereignty. Cameroonians have got to do it themselves. He proceeds by rallying the people. Then comes the emotional core of the speech, the rallying cry. Wherever you are in the world, he says, stand as one. March in peace, protest in love, show the world that we have had enough. It is both a call to action and a warning to the regime. He even invokes God, courage, fraternity, and discipline, clearly trying to position this struggle as moral, national, and inevitable. We will overcome this predatory oligarchy, he says. Notice the words, notice his use of language. Predatory oligarchy, fear, threat, grace of God. Yeah, notice those words. This is not just politics. It is a moral theater. It paints the ruling class as corrupt and the opposition as divinely justified. He's doing this on purpose. Midway through, Tchiroma mentions the death of a teacher in the north, Mrs. Zoaria, calling her a martyr in the struggle for Cameroon's freedom. By invoking her, he is connecting this movement to blood and pain, making it not rhetorical, making it real, not rhetorical. That moment transforms the speech from a political declaration to a human story. It is a reminder that behind the headlines are lives and losses. Then another critical passage comes up where he directly addresses Cameroon's defense and security forces. These are the people that hold the strength in Cameroon. And he tells them, never turn your weapons against your own people. The suffering of the people is your suffering. That's a thinly veiled appeal to the armed forces. Stay neutral or even side with the people. This is a very bold and risky step because in Cameroon's power structure, the military's loyalty is everything. Once you have them on your side, you're good to go. Never obey an order whose aim is violence. And finally, Tchiroma, he closes that with fire and faith, right? He brings this together. We will never allow our victory to be stolen. If those in power threaten the peace, we will answer with peaceful determination. Let us march for liberation. Let us create a great peaceful wave. Then he ends with the ultimate refrain. Long live the sovereign people. Long live a free, united and reconciled Cameroon. Yep, that's Tchiroma for us. That's what he had to say. Now, what do I think? What does this all mean? First of all, Tchiroma is positioning himself not just as a candidate, but as a movement leader. He is invoking the people, the law, God, and morality all at once. Secondly, this speech is not meant for the elites. It is meant for the streets, the diaspora, and the undecided within the system, especially the military and the Constitutional Council. Those are the people he is targeting. Thirdly, it is a very dangerous gamble. By declaring victory before the official results, he is daring the regime to respond. If the council rejects him, he will claim injustice, of course. If they stay silent, he claims the validation. Yep, and make no mistakes, this is a turning point. For the first time in decades, the political conversation in Cameroon isn't just about continuity. It is about confrontation, and Tchiroma's speech marks the beginning of that confrontation. Yeah, it is coming, guys. It is coming. Everything now depends on three fronts, three main fronts. The Constitutional Council, will it certify Biya or will it challenge the system? Question. The security forces, will they obey others or will they protect the people? And thirdly, the Cameroonian people, will they take to the streets peacefully as called for, or will fear prevail? History is moving fast, and Cameroon's next chapter may be written not in the courts, but in the courage of its citizens. Yep, Tchiroma's words may be controversial, but they have struck a chord. They have reopened the national conversation about power, legitimacy, and courage. So, I will end this with a question to you. Do you think that this call for a peaceful protest will ignite real change? Or will the system crush it before it even begins? As they have done so many times. Drop your thoughts below, please. Kindly like, share, and subscribe if you want to hear more conversations like this. And yeah, we'll continue to analyze the 2025 Cameroon's elections because it's what we see, it's what we report on, it is what we analyze. May peace and truth prevail. See you in the next video. Long live Cameroon. Long live le continent, Africa in miniature. And for now, that's all I have to say about that. Again, you can continue watching. I'm going to attach Tchiroma's speech at the end of this video so that you can listen to him if you have not listened to him yet. So keep watching to listen to what Tchiroma said. So I just did an analysis of his speech, but again, you also have the pleasure of listening to his original speech. So keep watching to hear what he had to tell us this morning. Thank you.
Dear compatriot, from north to south, east to west, and throughout the diaspora, after compiling a report from the polling station and verifying the representation on the ground, it is obvious that we have secured a landslide victory surpassing 50% of the ballot cast. Such rejection and disavowal demand courage and humility from the outgoing president. In the name of democracy and custom, he must call the winner, congratulate them, and offer to organize a smooth transition. This would protect our nation from upheavals and convulsion that could result from an imposed and unprepared transition. By doing so, the whole of humanity would recognize him as a man of peace, concerned with leaving a legacy that would be cited as an example to future generations. Alas, it seems this is not your predisposition. Nevertheless, without any ulterior motives and with a sincere heart, I sincerely extend my hand for a peaceful transition. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to strongly reiterate that despite all the obstacles we have faced, we now have two powerful levers at our disposal. The overwhelming popular support demonstrated at our campaign meetings and the unwavering respect for Article 113 of the Electoral Code, which authorizes us to announce the result as we have done. Undoubtedly, these two levers make me the legal and legitimate President of the Republic. If the Constitutional Council proclaims falsified and truncated result, it will be complicit in a breach of trust. The vast majority of Cameroonian people will never accept the Council's validation of this historic scale of ballot box stuffing and falsification which has been brought to the attention of the world. The people will not stand for it. The people are determined to fight against a regime that is deaf to their suffering and difficulties faced with turmoil of an uncertain future. With their backs against the wall, the people have no choice but to take their destiny into their own hands and seek victory wherever they can find it. We have called on the international community to bear witness. We have called our neighboring country to bear witness. Subliminally, they all respond that no one will come and do your work for you. Therefore, it is up to each of us to search deep within ourselves to unleash our inner strength, courage, and sense of purpose. After all, as the saying goes, there is no dignity in expecting others to do everything for you. Others who have found themselves in a situation comparable to ours, have resolutely taken control of their destiny and done what was. Cameroon is a great nation. The Cameroonian people are great people worldwide. They must prepare to demonstrate the world that what has happened or is happening to us is not inevitable. Together, we are preparing to take up this challenge to our compatriots in the north, south, east, and west. Regardless of our location worldwide, we will unite as one nation to protect and promote our values. We will march and protest together, hand in hand, in friendship, brotherhood, and solidarity for the long haul if necessary. We will overcome this predatory oligarchy that confiscates our freedoms and reduces us to poverty and despair. Ladies and gentlemen, dear compatriots, this regime has used fear and threats to dominate us and strip us of our freedom. But thank God, thanks to the sacred nature of our struggle, we will break free from this emotion and rid our country of this misfortune. We are also discovering, unsurprisingly, these regimes attempt to divide and fragment the Union for Change, a powerful political instrument at the forefront of our struggle for change. Not only will this attempt be futile, but it gives us the opportunity to close ranks even more tightly and pursue our objectives with determination. I would like to reiterate once again my unwavering commitment to stand with the people in building and successfully fighting this battle, which will only end with the restoration of our victories. As I focus on our issues, I am deeply saddened to learn of the assassination of Mrs. Zuhaira, a teacher who fell on the field of honor in the struggle for our freedom, dignity, and a new dawn for our country. This assassination will be further motivation for us to redouble our efforts until we achieve our goals. As for our defense and security forces, I would like to remind you of the letter I wrote to you. This struggle we are waging is also yours. Never agree to turn your weapons against your own people, as the suffering endured by the people is also yours. Never obey order whose purpose is violence or the suppression of the life of your own. My dear compatriot, these are grave times. We will not accept our victory being stolen from us. If they choose to threaten the security and peace of our country, instead of admitting defeat, we will respond with the peaceful determination of the people. Therefore, I invite all Cameroonians from north to south, east to west, and wherever you live in the world, to come together as one in peace and love for our country. Let us march for liberation and claim our victory. Let us march for liberation and claim our victory. Let us create a powerful wave of peace that demonstrates the world that people have had enough and demand their freedom. The right to protest is a universal right. Let us exercise it with discipline and dignity. Thank you. Long live the sovereign people. Long live a free, united, and reconciled Cameroon. May the Lord bless our nation. Thank you.